Good morning, everybody. Welcome back from Almost Got Selections here for Friday, February 18th. For again today's play of the day, quick recap of what BS ended up having a loss in college basketball with New Mexico, plus 7.5 at minus 110 on Caesars. It looked good early on. New Mexico led by 2 at halftime. We just needed them not to totally implode, and they did. They got outscored by 17 points at home in the second half as they lost by 15. So it's been kind of the story of this play of the day slump we've been in. The team we back just forgets how to play basketball in the second half. And that happened again. On the bright side, I was in charge of the farm again, and we picked up a nice winner there with the Heat and Hornets under. Game went to double overtime, still cashed. So that was a nice winner. But for whatever reason, the bet the farm luck has not carried over to the play of the day. I'm not really sure why, but it is what it is. And of course, it is All-Star weekend, so no NBA action going on. We're going to be looking at college once again. Looking at a matchup between Maryland and Nebraska taking place at around 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And for the play of the day, we're going to take Maryland on the money line at minus 120 on FanDuel. Time recording of 2:40 a.m. Eastern Time. Couple reasons why I like Maryland in the spot. First of all, Nebraska has easily been the worst team in the Big Ten this season. Nebraska has lost 13 of its first 14 conference games, with 12 of those 13 losses coming by at least 6 points. So they really haven't even been competitive in the majority of these games. And Maryland isn't good by any means, but Maryland has been competitive against some quality teams. So I do think that Maryland is just simply put more talented. To go through Maryland's recent performances, they have lost 5 in a row. However, you look at the actual strength of the schedule and you look at the margin of defeat, they've been competitive against some pretty good teams recently. So I do think that the team is a bit undervalued because of that losing streak. Going through the actual matchups, they ended up losing to Indiana by 13. Indiana's a very good home team. Lost to Michigan State by 2. Michigan State was ranked 13th at the time. Lost to Ohio State by 15 on the road. Lost to Iowa by 23. And then last game, they lost to Purdue, who was ranked number 3 at the time, on the road by only 1 point. And Maryland actually had a shot to win the game at the end. Did not work out. But the point is, Maryland has been competitive against some quality opposition. They're also one of the only Big Ten teams that actually managed to beat Rutgers on the road. One of the most random results of the season. But Rutgers is a very good home team, and Maryland beat them. So I do know that this team is capable of going into hostile environments and getting it done on occasion. Of course, this team isn't good by any means, but Nebraska is an absolute bottom feeder, and I do think that Maryland should end up taking advantage of, let's just say, every aspect of basketball against this team because they're better in every area. Maryland ranks 91st in offensive efficiency according to KenPom. Nebraska ranks 196th. Maryland ranks 97th in defensive efficiency. Nebraska ranks 151st. And Maryland ranks 148th in rebounding rate, while Nebraska ranks 351st. So to go through all those again, Maryland is about 100 spots better at offense. They're about 60 spots better at defense and about 200 spots better at rebounding. So I think Maryland should end up taking care of business really on the glass. I think that's going to be the real deciding factor of this matchup. Now, Maryland might not be at full strength because Maryland's leading scorer, Eric Ayala, who's averaging 15.1 points per game, did not play against Purdue last game, but Maryland only lost by 1 anyway. So they kept the game close. And Ayala, after the injury, has still been practicing. He's been limited, but the fact is he's still been able to participate in some capacity. He's a game-time decision, so there is a chance he suits up for this one. And if he does, the line should move up a decent amount. But even if he does not play in this game, Maryland showed a lot of resolve against Purdue. Russell looked really good at the point guard position. And Nebraska has really just been awful in every facet, as Coach Hoiberg has been really just underwhelming with that team. But Maryland, I do think, is a bit undervalued, fading the worst team in the entire conference. And I think Maryland eventually will win a close game by probably 3 points or so. So the play that I once again here for Friday, February 18th, is going to be on Maryland on the money line at minus 120 on FanDuel. Bye, everyone.